Where were you born?
Galveston.
When did you go to Waco from Galveston?
Oh, when I was about 8 years old.
What'd your parents do for a living?
My dad was in the ladies' clothing business, and my mother was a stay-at-home mom.
You have any brothers or sisters?
I have one brother, and he's 13 months older than I am, and a sister who died last year of cancer.
Where did you go to school in Waco?
Richfield High School.
Playing sports?
Yeah, played a lot of sports, but mostly football.
Where'd you end up going to college?
TCU.
Played football at TCU?
I did for a little while.
What do you mean for a little while?
Well, I kind of peaked early, and everybody else got bigger and faster, and I think I got smaller and slower.
What'd you study at TCU?
Business, got a degree in business.
Okay. When did you graduate from there?
I graduated in 1970.
After you graduated from TCU, what'd you do?
I ended up going to law school.
How long? Well, let me say this. You didn't go the normal route through law school. Tell us how fast you got through law school.
I got 27 months.
Yeah.
I wanted out.
After you graduated from law school, you had already taken the bar, correct?
I took the bar my last quarter at Baylor Law School.
And after you graduated from law school, where did you go?
Went to Fort Worth.
Who'd you go to work for?
Well, originally Byron Matthews.
Tell us about Byron Matthews. Who was he?
He was a great criminal defense lawyer who had become a district judge and a criminal district judge in Criminal District Court #1.
He's actually in the Hall of Fame for TCLA, isn't he?
He is. I think it was in the mid-'80s when he was inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Describe your relationship with Judge Matthews.
Almost a father-son type relationship, and very much a mentor relationship. Byron was an outstanding criminal defense lawyer, as I said, and then he became a judge, and he had just gotten a federal grant for all of the district judges in Tarrant County to hire law clerks like the federal judges had. It lasted for a few years, and then the grant ran out, but I was the first law clerk he hired, and I spent my first year being his law clerk and watching great lawyers try criminal cases in his court and watching him operate.
How do you think that year you spent working for Judge Matthews has influenced your career going forward?
I think it changed everything. It certainly made me want to be a criminal defense lawyer, made me want to be a trial lawyer. I got hooked, really, watching great lawyers work and learning about, Byron's history and his career.
Before you went to work for Judge Matthews, did you know you wanted to do criminal law?
I thought I did. I really thought I did. I had applied to the DA's office. Tim Curry had just taken office the same month that I graduated from law school. And I applied to go to work for him. He was the new district attorney in Tarrant County. And when he didn't have a spot for me, but when Judge Matthews started looking for a law clerk, he asked Tim whether or not he had anybody he didn't hire that he would have hired. He gave him my name. And I got a call from Judge Matthews and went to see him, and the rest is history.
After your year with Judge Matthews, you went to the DA's office. How long did you stay there?
Just a year.
What was your experience like working for Tim Curry?
It was a wonderful experience. He's probably the best DA I've ever seen. When he hired me and everybody else he hired, he just told us that he hired us because he trusted us and used our best judgment, do what we think is right, and if we made a mistake, we'd probably hear from him, but if everything was going well, we'd never hear from him.
What did you learn from being a prosecutor that has helped you in your career?
I just basically learned how the criminal justice system worked, really. those 2 years, one with Judge Matthews and one in the DA's office, really was a learning experience of how the system really works from the inside.
Why did you decide to make the jump to doing defense work?
I was ambitious. I had an opportunity. Tom Zachary was a old Waco boy, criminal defense lawyer in Fort Worth, had been in the DA's office, had been a prosecutor in Byron Matthews Court, and he had an opening in his office, and his partner had moved to Graham, and he had an empty office, fully furnished, and talked me into coming over with him.
Now, aside from Judge Matthews, which one lawyer that you have worked with, or against for that matter, has most influenced your career?
I think that's an easy answer. Ward Casey.
Why?
He was the most imaginative, brilliant trial lawyer that I've ever met. His ability to think through fact situations and come up with defenses was really unique, and he was a great trial lawyer. He could prepare a case, he could try a case, and he did an incredible job at appellate work, and that's a real rarity in today's time. You're one of the people that can also do that, but they're very few and far between.
Ward's in the Hall of Fame too, isn't he?
No, I don't think so. I didn't think so. Should be.
Which case that you've been involved in has had the biggest impact on you?
The Branch Davidian trial here in San Antonio.
Why?
It changed my legal career. It really did. I had done some federal work and mostly state work, and some degree of success, and I guess that's why I got asked to be one of the lawyers to volunteer and help defend the remaining Davidians that were indicted. Tim Evans and I talked about it quite a bit and decided this is the right thing to do, and so I literally had to close my practice. My secretary stayed there and came to San Antonio for about 8 weeks, and we tried the case down here. No fee, no expenses, and paid our own way, but it was the greatest experience I've ever had being a lawyer.
I know you don't like to talk about cases you lost, but what case that you lost had the biggest impact on you?
What was your next question? I think clearly the Shantae Mallard case.
Why? Tell us what the Shantae Mallard case was. I know.
Yeah, you know, because you were there. This is a case that a young lady had left a bar one night doing drugs and a lot of drinking, and she was driving home and hit a homeless man on the side of the loop there in Fort Worth, and a remarkable set of circumstances. The man came over the hood and right through her windshield head first, wedged halfway in, about waist deep. And she, instead of stopping and calling the police, she panicked and took the man home, parked him in her garage, and over the next 24 hours or so, he bled to death, stuck in her windshield in her garage, and then she and some of her outlaw boyfriends disposed of the body near a dumpster out in the park.
Why do you think that had such a big impact on you? What you learned from it?
Well, I had tried quite a few high-profile cases, Branch Davidian being one, and several others that had a lot of publicity, a lot of media attention. I had never tried one that I lost that had that much media attention. I guess I learned how to lose a case in front of the whole world. That was.
What do you consider to be your biggest victory?
I don't know. That's hard to say. You know, the ones I have won have been very important. I would say, as a group of lawyers, the victory in the Branch Davidian case, because it was a real group effort, devoted,
join TCDLA?
You know, I don't know the exact year. Early on in my career, I did, and best decision I ever made.
What kind of impact being involved in TCDLA had on your career?
Well, I would have never gotten to have known the great criminal trial lawyers in Texas if it was not for this organization. Everybody from the first, day I joined, and the first meeting I came to, they embraced me and encouraged me, and I've learned so much from the other members, from their seminars, and it's created just lasting, lifelong friendships.
How does being inducted in the TCDLA Hall of Fame this year make you feel?
And humble. It's a real honor. And I went back and looked at, I hadn't looked in a while. I had kept up with, through the years, lawyers being inducted, but I actually went back and looked at the list, and makes you kind of feel like a pair of brown shoes and a black tie event. I don't want those, all the prior inductees to be saying, oh, there goes the neighborhood.
Right. If there was one piece of advice you could give to young defense lawyers, what would it be?
Oh, me. I think it would be to be yourself. Learn from other lawyers. Learn everything you can. But when you actually go into the courtroom, don't try to be someone else. Just be yourself, and you'll be most effective that way. I would add to that I would tell them when they walked in the courtroom to leave their ego at the door.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you.